We here at Bobchat like to think we help shape our nation's youth, but unless you want your children to grow up like us, we suggest only listening with other inebriated adults.
Bobchat Podcast, presented by Bush Latte. It's not, but we should be.
It's Bobchat Baby.
And we're just sitting here, cranking a few beers, hacking a couple darts, and shooting the shit, you know?
What's up? Welcome back. We're here. It's Bobchat, baby. What's happening?
It's all good in the hood?
Yeah, that's the illustrious, beautiful voice you heard is the one and only co-host with the most, Matt.
Other known as high-pitched Seth Rogen.
He's here. There it is. There's a laugh. What's going on? This is, you know what? It's been a while since it's just been a you and me podcast, and I love that.
I like it. Get back to our roots.
Back to the roots.
Back to impromptu pilot.
Right where we found our voice.
Yeah. It was there the whole time.
Yeah. What's going on? How are you?
Nothing, man. Good.
Yeah?
Good.
Living your life?
Living, getting ready for Christmas, which is always fun.
Yeah, I pretty much this year I told everyone, I was like, we are not in a position to buy anybody Christmas gifts. If you want to get us something, if you feel obliged, get something for the boys. And I would take a bottle of whiskey.
I definitely got you a Christmas gift, though.
I know you did. And
I cannot wait to give it to you.
Well, in all fairness, I'm going to give you yours today.
Oh, I should have brought mine.
No, that's not fair. That's not. No, I will wait. I appreciate the magic of Christmas and the importance of waiting for a gift. Like, I'll get Delissa something, and she'll be like, "Can I just have it now?" And I'm like, "No."
I'll get things for Sandra, and then she'll give me things. She's like, "Oh, I really want this." Like, she's with like her endo and everything. She's trying to like different things for pain management. So she's taking a lot of baths with like Epsom salts and stuff. Ooh. But the bath being in the bathtub hurts her. Yeah. So she sent me like a link for like a full body bath pillow that like sticks to the bottom of your tub, and she's like, I really want one of these, but I gotta wait. And I was like, well, I'm gonna buy it.
Like, I need another reason to have a bath.
Yeah, like, I don't fit in these bathtubs. Who are you kidding? When I get out of the bathtub after filling it up, there's like 2 inches of water at the bottom. But so it's like, I'm gonna get it. I'm gonna order it on Amazon. I know she's gonna be like, I'm gonna take a bath, and I'm gonna be like, I could give you an early Christmas gift. Yeah. I'm that guy. I have no chill when it comes to Christmas.
Yeah, just relax, man. What about the magic of Christmas?
Like, I have a closet full of gifts right now, and like Ethan came over because like Fortnite updated last night, and his mom's internet's crap. So he's like, can I come over and update it at your house? You have good internet. So he walked over with his Xbox to update Fortnite, and he's sitting in his room, and I'm sitting in my room, and I'm like, his fucking tower is just like in the closet. Yeah, like, it's right there.
So explain to us what that is, just so people that don't know.
Oh yeah, so he's building a computer, and I bought him the tower that he wanted and a power supply for his computer.
Such a good dad.
Yeah, I try.
That's good.
I try.
Yeah, see, I mean, you're probably like, oh yeah, wow, it's so good. Ethan doesn't believe in Santa Claus anymore. We can just have Christmas.
It's so great.
Month.
It's so great. And honestly, I'm so happy I don't have to deal with that anymore.
See, I'm at that point now where it's like, God, by next year, the boys are going to know what's going on. They're going to want to know who Santa is. Now, let me ask you this, though, because I know there's a lot of people with different ways of doing it. Like, you don't, like, Santa gives the cheap gifts, right?
There's so many different ways to do it. Okay, so Sandra's family growing up.
Yeah.
And this was her parents' way of being like, don't fucking wake us up on Christmas morning. Everything from Santa and your stockings were not wrapped.
Oh, really?
So they could go down. They could do their stuff. Anything that wasn't wrapped,
they could just open.
They could go.
Okay.
And then they had to wait until their parents woke up.
Well, see, I'm about getting up early on Christmas, and I'm like, just Kahlua the coffee, fucking let's do this. 6 a.m. I don't
eggnog,
care.
Let's go.
Yeah, what?
For me, it was like Santa had different paper, right? So we took that on, and Santa wrapped everything. But he gets like one. We're not the people that's like, oh, Santa got me a PS5. No, Santa gets you like mid-grade gifts, right? Like, he doesn't get you a PS5 because then it's like, I always think about other kids. Like, I'm pretty fortunate. I got a pretty good job. I can afford to get my wife and kids stuff for Christmas. But like, if Ethan goes back to school, like, this is when he was younger, when Ethan goes back to school and he's like, I got an Xbox for Christmas from Santa. And they're like, Santa got me a puzzle,
a sticky hand.
Yeah, a sticky hand. I got Spider-Man web shooters.
Ooh,
yeah.
That was actually a fire gift. That was a fire gift. Yeah, you're like, yeah, fuck yeah.
But yeah, so it was like, that was our thing. So for the longest time we were doing different paper, and it was like you had to hide the paper. paper. Santa had his own special wrapping paper, and we bought like enough of it that we just used it every year. So Santa had the same wrapping paper.
Oh, awesome!
And then we
think ahead.
I think we go overboard with the stockings. Like we put a lot of shit in our stockings.
Do ya?
Yeah.
Yeah, but the stockings are bomb AF.
Yeah. Well, we go to a chocolate place here in Hyde Park.
Or a Secord?
No, I think it's called like Annie's Chocolates or something.
Oh, yes.
And they have like an entire section of sugar-free chocolate that's actually amazing.
Delicious.
They have sugar-free mint smoothies, which are like, I fucking love a mint
just
smoothie.
melt in your goddamn mouth.
Oh my God. So good. So we do that. We go out. We'll drop like probably like $60-$70 on just like stockings for chocolate.
Yeah, whatever. Who cares? That's fucking Christmas, baby.
Yeah.
It only happens once a year.
And then every year, Sandra's parents get us like a holiday basket that gets delivered like a week or so before Christmas. Like a big basket. Like last year's was from Sunripe, and it had like like the fruits and vegetables were amazing.
Coming over to your house for Christmas. I'm coming over to your place.
We're going away. Not going away. We're going up to the in-laws on Christmas.
Yeah, and where do they live? Out by Toronto, right?
Near Bolton.
So a couple hours away.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's nice. Yeah, see, I definitely think that Santa should, definitely supply the lesser value gifts. Because, and the thing about it, like, and I think we talked about this before, is like you have to buy your kids all the shit. Because if you don't, all the other kids have it.
Yeah.
You know, your kid, you don't have an iPad? Loser. You know what I mean? What's wrong with this world?
We did the thing where we never took Santa away from Ethan.
Yes.
We let him
figure it out.
At his age, come to us and tell us in his own time. And I think it was like 2 years ago. He was like 13. He's like, I feel like he was kind of carrying it on for the longest time because he thought he was going to get less
extra gifts. No,
get less gifts
because of okay.
Yeah, so like
He's
when he told it to us, we were like, we know that you've known for a while, but he keeps it up for his sister. Obviously, his sister's 8.
Yeah, so you want to keep the magic alive.
Yeah, so he does that. He's good with that, and we told him, I was like, the only difference is that now there's nothing under the tree that says from Santa. All the gifts are just from us. Just so you know, all those awesome gifts that you got over the years, they were all from us.
Yeah, you're fucking welcome.
Yeah. Thanks, Santa. It's me.
Yeah.
That's my name.
Yeah, I'm Santa.
I'm Santa.
Yeah, don't let the lack of the white beard fool you. I am Santa.
You should dye. You should do a little powdered dye for Christmas morning.
Yeah, maybe. Yeah.
My buddy that lives up the street, Urus, he does one of those like jingle beards every year where he puts the glitter in his beard with like, the lights and the ornaments.
That's too much.
Yeah.
That's commitment.
Oh, it is commitment.
But
it looks good though.
I know it looks good, but the thing about glitter, and it just gets everywhere. That glitter will stay with him for years.
It's arts and crafts herpes. That's what glitter is. It's arts and crafts herpes.
Amazing. Sawdust, a man's glitter.
Yeah.
No, that's crazy. So, what I'm going to be giving you for Christmas is some venison.
I'm stoked for that. I'm going to go home and cook it immediately.
I successfully hunted a deer.
Nice.
It was amazing. It was unbelievable. Like, it was, if I could take that feeling and bottle it, we'd be fucking millionaires. Like,
I mean, not everybody likes the feeling of unlifing
an animal. I love to say unlifing, but it was like just the adrenaline and like the thrill of the hunt and like.
Yeah.
So, do you want me to tell you the story? I'm gonna tell it anyways. But yeah, like basically, my buddy Dennis. Shout out to Dennis. What up, Dennis? If you're listening, appreciate you. It was an amazing week. Went like 3 days without seeing a deer, right? Okay, so and my first time, so going 3 days without seeing a deer, your first time deer hunting, really not that crazy, pretty normal, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, so we were just off of so people that locally that know, we're just off Trafalgar Street, the other side of Vet, so we're like pretty close to the city. Like you can hear traffic off in the distance, but where we were located was right near Crumlin Gun Club. Right, so there's a couple of things that, like, basically everything. When I'm going to tell this story, I know you don't. If people don't know, everything that is known about deer hunting is basically gone out the window. Because this is like the most unbelievable story about how I was able to get a deer. Like, there's so many. It's a perfect storm, man. The perfect deer hunting.
Perfect storm.
The perfect deer hunting storm. So we're there in the morning, right, and we can hear gunshots going off at the gun club, whatever. I'm sitting in this tree line. Dennis is sitting in this cornfield, and about 200 yards, he's on the far side of it, 200 yards away, the other end of the field, there's a thicket. All of a sudden, this deer comes out. And I can see it from where I'm sitting. I'm like, oh, fuck, there's a deer. There it is. I see it. Just get closer. He pops a shot off. And I'm like, that's way too, we're using muzzle loaders, right?
Oh, yeah.
Powder. I'm like, that's way too far, dude. And then after I was like, what happened? He's like, because he was down in a valley. He's like, I thought it was closer. I'm like, Dennis, come on. That was pretty far. I love you, Dennis. You're a little bit trigger happy. That's all I'm gonna say. But
some people just want to fire their gun, man.
Yeah. Some people just want to kill some shit, man. So anyway, so the deer fucks off, right? And then yeah. So we left for the day, or we left probably about 10:30. Went and had lunch. We got back out there at about 2:00. Okay. And we're sitting there, and this time we decided, okay, we're gonna both gonna sit in that cornfield where the deer had come out of.
Yeah.
And we wanted to sit closer to the thicket because we knew that's where they were gonna come out, but the wind was against. So we had to play. You got to play the wind.
You got to smell you. They're not.
You got to play the wind. And I hadn't showered in like 3 days, try to mask the scent of
your musk, your natural musk.
Natural musk, right? I mean, maybe it wasn't 3 days, maybe it was 2 days, but still, you have to be committed. Okay, you don't throw your Old Spice on. That's
no.
It doesn't work. But anyway, so we're sitting there. I actually fell asleep. I had a nap, so I fell asleep. Right? People are like, oh, you fell asleep hunting? People have naps hunting all the time. You're up early. You're out late. Whatever. So I wake up to him like jostling my arm. He's like, Bob, there's fucking deer. And he told me that he tried to wake me up for like 2 minutes. He's like, I thought this motherfucker was dead. He's like, dude, you were not waking up, bro. And I'm like, I'm a deep sleeper, right? I was like, I was out, man. I was out, right? So anyway, so he wakes me up, and like I'm trying to play it off all cool, like, oh, I just woke up, right? He's like, dude, I've been trying to wake you up for 2 minutes. Like, what is going on? I'm like, I'm sorry, dude. And my arm was sore, like from him grabbing me so hard, right? Anyway, so wake up, and then I'm like, he's like, there's 3 deer right over there. And I'm like, oh my God, boom, 4 deer, 5 deer, 7 fucking deer come out, dude. 7 deer. At this point, they're like 200 yards away, okay? So let me set the stage here, okay?
Paint me a word picture.
I'm painting you a word picture. We are in a cornfield, okay? It is about 4:00 in the afternoon. The sun is setting behind us because if people don't know, in the late November in Canada, it gets dark at about 5:00. Not to be dramatic, kind of ruining my life.
Yeah.
It sucks. Can we have a little bit more sun, please? You know what I mean? But anyway, so the sun is setting. The gun range is like probably 2 concessions away from us, but loud enough that you go boom, boom, boom. The gun's going off. Right? It's a Saturday.
Yeah.
Everybody's there putting freedom down range, popping shit off. So we're sitting there, and all of a sudden, like they come to about 180 yards. And again, Dennis, I love you. Little trigger happy, okay? He's like, let's take a shot. So we both, so he's like, you take the one on the left, the closest one on the left, I'll take the closest one on the right. We both fire our guns. Both of us miss. Doesn't even phase the fucking deers.
Didn't even move.
Dude, they can't see us. The sun is directly behind. Like when we got down there later to retrieve the deer I did shoot, I looked down. I couldn't even see where we were sitting because the sun is directly in your eyes. So the perfect storm, Matt. The sun is shining directly in the deer's eyes.
Can't see shit.
The gunshots are going off like a motherfucker at the gun range. So we both shot. They look up. Keep eating corn. Oh, this corn's delicious. And Dennis looks at me. He's like, holy fuck. He's like, reload your gun, bro. Right? So I'm like, reload. It takes a little bit of muzzle loader, right? So I reload the gun. And then I'm like, he's like, okay, take another shot. And at this point, this huge doe was still probably about 170 yards. I was like, oh, it's a bit of a stretch. But they were kind of going back and forth. They weren't really getting closer, right? So I take a shot, and I hit this deer. Okay, we see it jump, right? And he's like, you fucking got it. You got it, right? What does it do? Goes back to eating corn. I must have just fucking grazed it, dude. I must have grazed it because it literally jumped up in the air, right? And I was like, still, the fact that I even got close to it at 180 is amazing. So at this point, and then Dennis takes another shot. He misses. The fucking deer is still there. At this point, we've taken 4 shots at these deer, and they're still just...
They just don't give a shit.
Standing around eating corn like nothing happened. I fucking hit the one.
Guys, we're trying to help you. Just fucking kill us already.
Dude, it jumped in the air, bro. And I was like, oh my God. He's like, dude, this is so fucking weird. And I'm like, I'm trying to get my gun loaded. He loads his real quick. He's like, here, take this. And he hands me his, and it's like a $3,500 fucking black muzzle loader, right?
Yeah.
This thing's beautiful. And I said to him, I was like, I gotta stand up because I couldn't get my gun after I hit that one. My adrenaline's fucking pumping.
Yeah.
I was like, oh my God,
your arms are all over.
Dude, I was like, I couldn't keep the gun steady. I was like, I gotta stand up, dude. So I'm like, but at this point we didn't realize how blinding the sun was. So I'm like slowly trying to move while they're not watching. There's like 7 deer. So like they all put their heads down. I'm like, I move a little bit. It took me about 30 seconds to get to a full stand. I'm sitting in a soccer chair, right? So I'm already very like relaxed. No wonder I fell asleep. But so by the time I stand up, like 30 seconds later, and the one I killed had come into about 155 yards, and I was like, okay, fuck it, I'm taking it. It took me. I just settled my breathing. Al's calling me. I'm not answering you right now, Al. Doing a podcast, bitch. Anyway, so I stand up. I settle my breathing. I'm like, boosh. This deer turns broadside to me. I fucking nailed it right in the heart. It does like a jump. It jumps in the air, does a flip, boom, done. Then all the other deer run away. But dude, we paced this out. I shot this deer in the heart at 155 yards of the muzzleloader.
Nice.
They're calling me Big Shot Bob now. I'm serious, man. I was like, oh my God, it was an incredible shot. I basically detached the deer's heart inside of its body with a bullet. Like, it literally went through the top and out the side of the heart. It was amazing. What a shot.
What a shot.
Big Shot Bob, baby. But I mean, it was just unbelievable. Like, if you ask anyone that has ever deer hunted and you said to them that, like, and again, it sounds, oh, we needed 5 shots to shoot a deer. I took 3 shots, okay? The first shot, I missed. They were too far. Second shot, I hit that fucking deer. I grazed it. Third shot, kill shot, baby.
Was it the same deer, like the same deer that you killed was one that you shot?
Unfortunately, no.
Okay, because that would have been cool to be like, where did you hit that deer?
But we did spend like up to an hour like
looking for
blood,
yeah.
Walking through the thicket. I think I must have just grazed it or spooked it. It was so close.
Or hit the ground near it or something,
and
right?
Spooked it and it jumped. So if anything, I believe that other deer is still alive. Hopefully it is, and we'll get her next year. But yeah, Big Shot Bob, baby. 155 yards with a muzzleloader to the fucking heart. Right?
You're on my team.
I can't hear you.
For the apocalypse.
Yeah, like going to the gun range and putting a ridiculous amount of ammo through my long gun is like really paying off.
Nice,
right? It's all about the breathing. You got to study your breathing.
Yeah, Sanders taught. We went to a friend's house last night for dinner.
Ooh,
a couple of our clients.
You went to Thorndale for tequila.
Actually, they don't live in Thorndale. They're from Thorndale. I thought they lived in Thorndale.
Where do they live?
They live like off of Huron, near like Huron and Highbury.
So for anyone that doesn't know, Thorndale is a small rural town. Just what direction would that be? East of here? Yeah, east of
northeast.
Northeast of London, which is where I still currently am employed, and that's where me and Matt met.
Yeah.
So, anyways,
beautiful town. I've worked in almost every factory in that town.
There's only 2.
There's 3.
What's the other one?
Forest City Models and Patterns.
Oh, there's actually more now. There's
Ideal Pipe.
There's a bridge company there. Forest City Truss.
I worked at the Thorndale Roof Truss.
That's crazy.
Yeah.
Thank God you got out of there.
I know. The place is a shithole.
Yeah.
So we were over there last night. And
not my friend's house isn't the shithole. Thorndale is the shithole. Yeah.
And I met these people. They're clients of Sandra's. We went for their wedding in Mexico. Like Sandra shot their wedding in Mexico. I went with them. We had a great time. They're all volunteer firefighters and emergency responders.
Oh shit, hell yeah.
So they're all like
got those green lights, baby.
Yeah. So now Colin is like a purchaser for like a fire truck company, and he sells like fire trucks to fire halls.
What?
Yeah.
Mack, baby.
Oh,
are they all Mack trucks?
I have no idea.
What kind of? Yeah, let's look at what kind of what generally what is the brand of fire trucks that are made?
I'm not even sure. Like I know they get their Spartan and whatnot, but he was like showing me his part list, and like some of the wheels they have to choose from are Accuride wheels.
Ooh, that's fun.
Yeah, and we make some of those.
This is just giving me the types of fire truck.
Yeah.
Anyways, doesn't matter. Hey, listen, Bobchat fans, if you know what brand of trucks are fired, totally irrelevant question, but just let us know. Let us know. So anyway,
so we go over there. So when we met them in Mexico, they were talking about this stuff called flaming cheese that they're like that Colin's mom used to make.
Ooh, that sounds good.
And it's basically like a giant pot of like melted cheese with like spices and jalapeno, and it was so good.
Hot cheese soup.
So we had like tacos and flaming cheese. And they've got a little boy. His name's Colt. And
that's
like,
sick.
Just glued to my lap the entire time. He has got his tablet. He just walks over to me and he sits down. He's like, "Help me." So I sat there playing like farming simulator.
I'm not Santa, I told you.
Yeah, I'm not Santa. I'm just big.
Yeah.
Just a big guy. But yeah, we had a good time there. And yeah, we were there for like 6 or 7 hours. We didn't leave until like 9:30.
What? That's late for you.
Yeah, it is late for me.
On a Saturday? Wow.
On a Saturday when I worked.
You party animal?
I know.
Oh
I
my
didn't even have
God.
a drink.
Crazy.
Yeah.
But they have those tacos.
Yeah. And then, we met them in Mexico. We had a great time down there. I told the story before about the people, like, how we were all out partying and, like, some kid was ODing and, like, all the emergency responders, that was them.
Yeah, that's crazy.
Right? And, we were over there and, she's...
best spring break ever.
Best spring break.
That's cool.
And then right now, so Sandra almost had to go to Mexico this week.
What, for a wedding?
No, like an emergency trip to Mexico. So Sandra's aunt and mom went down.
Oh my God.
Went on a cruise, and then while they were like away, I guess her aunt Tina broke her hip.
Oh no!
And had a hip replacement while they were down there.
Tina, probably way cheaper.
Probably, and better maybe.
I don't know. It seems like a lot of people go to Mexico for surgeries. I don't know.
They do.
So easy.
So they were down there, and then she got pneumonia while she was down there. She was in the hospital in Mexico, in Cozumel, like on an island.
Wow.
And
could that be like caused from like an infection or something from the hip breaking?
I don't know, but so she was like in the hospital. Her friends she was with had to leave last weekend, so Sandra's mom flew down on the Friday and has been there ever since.
Wow.
And Sandra told her, like, if you need somebody to come down, I'll go.
Yeah,
like,
seriously.
So there's all this like red tape about getting her out of there. The doctor needed to approve her to fly. The insurance company needed to approve a life bus.
So she's pretty much like trapped in Mexico.
Basically. So then finally her lungs cleared up and they approved her to fly commercial. But then there was restrictions on which hospital she could go to, and she had to go to a hospital close to her house, and there's only two, and both of the hospital refused. One was like, they need to run this test. If it's negative, we'll take her. And the other hospital was like, if they run that test and it's positive, we'll take her.
Where does Tina live?
She lived in Bolton, like up that way.
Okay,
yeah, near Sandra's parents. So they ran these tests. It came back negative. So they called the hospital back, and the hospital was like, "Yeah, we can't take her now."
Why?
I have fucking no idea. There's so much like.
So she's still in Mexico?
No, she's coming back today.
Wow.
They approved her to fly commercial. Basically, what needs to happen is they're going to get off the plane, they're going to call an ambulance, and they're going to take her to the hospital. It's the only way she's going to get admitted to a hospital.
Wow, seriously.
Yeah, so they couldn't even have a bed waiting for her. And I get there's like a shortage
crazy.
and everything right now, but
I mean, still, like I don't know. We could talk about that for hours, but what is happening to this country? It's going to hell.
It is.
It's going to hell in a handbag.
A certain somebody in upper powers pushing for privatized healthcare is what's happening.
Yeah, that's a great idea. Let's whatever. Take our guns away.
Make us pay for our healthcare.
That's what Griffin said to me. He's like, you better enjoy that muzzle loader. It's all you're going to be able to have soon, right? The single. Like, okay, hold on, let me reload.
Yeah.
30 seconds later.
Guys, no fair. Time out. Sandra was talking to these guys last night, and there was a wedding she went to shoot, and she was doing photos of the grooms, and they all wanted to go trap shooting. And like one of the grooms came up to her and like took her camera out of her hand and gave her a gun and was like, "You're gonna shoot it." And like she was like, I came home after work. She's like, I just felt good. Like,
yes.
So she's like, I want to go shoot guns. And we always get ads for like gun clubs that are like no license, come shoot guns.
I can just take.
And that's what I said to her. I was like, let's ask Bob. We'll both go shoot guns with Bob.
As long as you buy the ammo, I'll
buy the ammo.
As long as you buy the ammo, I'll take you. 100%. Let's do it.
I'm down for that.
Why not? That'd be amazing. I took it to listen. She loved it.
I haven't shot a gun in forever. I used to trap shoot.
Well, I'm going to tell you right now, we better do it soon because all the fun ones are probably just going to end up sitting in the safe for the rest of my life soon enough. So let's get going. We got to get going.
Just out to be polished and cleaned
and looked at and eventually loaded for the whatever kind of apocalypse scenario we get thrust into. I like to think of it as more of everyone's pretty dead set on the zombies. I like to think of it more as like a nuclear winter situation.
Like a Fallout.
Yes, exactly.
Yeah, I could get behind a Fallout situation.
Hell yeah. We're going to start putting lead. I'm going to paint the entire inside of the house with lead paint.
Yeah, that will have zero effect on your child's growth either. On your children's growth.
What's better for the children? Lead paint or nuclear fallout?
I mean, there's arguments.
Tacos are amazing. We actually made I was over at Alan's house the other evening. Not all Alan all the time, so not to be confused.
Security guard Alan.
Not security guard Alan, but Alan from Slaughterhouse, episode 37, Slaughterhouse Diaries. I'm sure you guys remember that. Pretty prolific episode.
Sounds graphic.
It's very graphic, very graphic. But anyway, so... because listen, the kids are gone, right? I don't want to get into why. It's just our fucking vehicle broke, and anyways, it's getting fixed under warranty. It's just a pain in the ass. But anyways, so I was like, you know what? I was like, I got a bunch of venison. I was like, why don't we do some venison tacos? I got the kit. Go buy some sour cream. Buy some lettuce. And dude, they were so good. I took 2 packs of ground venison. We mixed in like 4 onions, like mushrooms. Just let it saute for like 45 minutes, low and slow. A little bit of garlic, salt. Oh my god, it was amazing.
Did you do all the butchering yourself?
So yes, so basically within 24 hours, I shot a deer, gutted a deer, skinned a deer, and butchered a deer.
Yeah,
it was amazing.
Yeah, my dad used to give me help him with like the deer breakdown all the time. For a little while, he was going to an abattoir and was like taking because they take a cut, right? Yeah, and they charge you for it too.
Fuckers.
So then he ended up buying in his wood shop he had 2 bandsaws, and he was like, he had labels on them. This one said wood and this one said meat.
That's awesome.
Yeah. So he would like it would be cold, so like we had a backyard, so he'd hang it and he'd blood it in the backyard, and he'd have a big garbage pail underneath it and just let everything fall into the garbage pail, clean it off, get the skin off, and then you let it sit outside. The neighbors hated it.
Yeah, I bet.
Living in the East End, just a skinless, pawless, with just the head, the only fur on the head, and just like hanging from the tree.
Oh, see, we cut the head right off.
Oh no, he would hang it with the head, and just like, and then he would cut it down, and then he would cut off like his.
And you lived in a residential area?
We lived off of First Street, like near Fanshawe College.
Yeah, no, I know. Yeah, that's crazy. All these drunk college kids are walking, but whoa, is that a deer?
Yeah. Well, I mean, it's what's left of a deer. And then he would take it downstairs, and bandsaw would start up, and he would cut it into steaks, like cut all the ribs into steaks and everything, and he'd get his ribs, and he'd cut out all the loins and everything. But the best I ever had was he had called me, and he was like, I need to come pick you up. It was like 10 o'clock at night. He's like, we need to go into the field and get this deer. I was like, I can't carry it by myself.
Yeah.
So he comes and picks me up downtown. I was living downtown. We drive out to like towards Delaware where he would hunt.
Yeah.
And we just walk through the woods, like 10 o'clock at night. It's pitch black, can't see anything. He's like got his flashlight out, and then like you see the blood start to show, and then like there's the deer.
So he had shot it earlier.
He had shot it earlier, and he couldn't get it himself. So
yeah.
I know you're not supposed to do this, but he like gutted it right there in the field.
No, we do that.
Oh yeah,
yeah
okay. You're not supposed to.
I don't think
all that stuff goes. The scavengers come, it's gone.
I'm pretty sure you can. I mean, I don't want to incriminate myself, but I'm pretty sure.
I didn't think you were supposed.
You
to
can field dress it in the.
Okay.
That's why it's called field dressing.
Yeah. So we go and like. This thing
we
is
better check on that.
Yeah. So we go and we get back to his house, and like by this time it's like 11, 12 o'clock. This thing is still warm. Like
oh yeah.
So we've skinned it, and he like cuts a big loin out of the back of it, and he like gives it to me. He's like, take this aside, put it in the fry pan, salt, pepper, and just like fry it up.
Amazing.
It's like the freshest, literally still warm.
The freshest meat you've ever had.
Oh. For sure, and like you could cut it with a fork, like out of the pan, and just oh my god, it was so good.
See, that's the best part of the deer. So the way they do it is, so whoever's hunting that day will get like they'll split it up. So if you shoot a deer, there's 6 of us out, 6 people are getting some deer.
Yeah.
But it was just me and my friend Dennis that day, so we just split my deer right down the middle.
Yeah.
And I got the tender. Whoever kills it gets a tenderloin, which is like the creme.
It's so good.
The creme de la creme of the venison.
Yeah, it would be the filet mignon.
Have you ever gone? You've never gone hunting?
Yeah, I have. I used to go hunting with my dad all the time.
Yeah?
Yeah.
What have you killed?
I was really young and cried. Like
you shot a deer?
Yeah.
With what?
I don't even remember what it was. It had to have just been a regular shot because my dad would never take me black powder.
Yeah, so it would have been like a slug.
Yeah.
Okay, so
like that.
How old were you when you shot a deer?
I like 12 or 13.
Really?
Yeah.
Take the shot!
Yeah, and he's like, take it. And I'm talking like it was like we're sitting in your living room right now. The deer was at that window.
Oh, really?
Like we were in a blind. He was up in the tree. I was at the base of a tree, right on the edge of a cornfield.
Yeah.
And he's just like throwing shit down at me. He's like, shoot. Like he was shoot, fucking take the shot. And I'm like,
and you blast it?
Yeah, but it wasn't like I wasn't crying because I like killed a deer. I was like, it was that much adrenaline when you're 12 years old. Like you were shaking.
That's what, dude. I could barely keep the gun steady. I was like, oh my god.
And he made me do the bleed it. He was like, you gotta nick it.
Yeah,
get all the blood out.
Yeah.
It was good. Yeah, and that was probably, and I've gone goose, duck.
Yeah.
We used to go to his buddy's farm and go squirrel hunting. Little 22.
Delicious.
Oh, so good. No, everybody's like, ew, you eat squirrels? You don't eat garbage city squirrels.
Yes, exactly.
No, you go out to the country and you get those fat fuckers that live off of foliage. They're huge.
And I hate squirrels now. I never hated squirrels so much because you're deer hunting and you hear something, you're like, oh, it's a deer. No, it's a squirrel.
It's a rabbit.
Or a rabbit.
Yeah.
Yeah, actually, I shot a coyote as well.
Oh, yeah?
Yeah, so there was, like, the first 3 days we saw, like, I think over the course of the week between the whole party, like, we killed, like, 7 coyotes.
No kidding.
They're just all over the place.
Yeah.
All over the place.
And there's no restrictions on that, is there? Because they're a scavenger. You can do whatever the hell you want.
Shoot them. Yeah. Shoot them.
Don't need a tag.
No, you do not. Definitely.
See, when I was hunting, tags were like now. I don't know what they look like now, but they were like they're a sticker now, right? You wrap them.
So basically, for the deer tag, you just print off a piece of paper.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
So
and you're only legally allowed to print off 1 copy. So basically, I printed it off and then I put it immediately in like a Ziploc bag.
Yeah.
So then
when I used to go hunting with my dad, or when he used to go hunting, it was like a tag that physically had to be attached to the deer.
Yeah, no, you need to attach the tag to the deer.
Yeah.
But it's not,
all online.
But it's just you print it off and it's
this was like we go out to Goebels
and
they give you a tag and it goes around. It went around the leg.
Yeah.
Before that, it was a tag that was on a wire that you would put up the deer's, like, in the deer's nose.
Yes, yeah.
And it would, like, the tag would hang out of the nose.
Yeah,
right?
now it's just a piece of paper. Oh, hope you have a Ziploc bag or it's going to get fucked.
Yeah. We had the police, my dad had the police called on us one time.
Really?
We had picked up this deer. It was in the back of the truck. He had to stop at a grocery store.
Oh, no.
But it was in, like, the bed of, not like he didn't have a pickup truck. It was an SUV. So it was just in the back, right?
Yeah. And
somebody walked by the back of the truck, and there was blood dripping out the back of the truck.
Oh, no.
So when we got back out of the truck, the police were out there. They're like, so we need you to open your tailgate. He's like, it's just a deer. He's like, yeah, there's a lot of blood coming out of the back of your truck. And he opens it up, and they check the tag and everything. They're like, okay, just, try to drain her a little bit better next time. He's like, we haven't, like, it was full. Like, we hadn't done anything. We hadn't gotten home yet. We lived out in the country, right? So it was like, we were on our way.
See, so that's why if you just got it in the field. That's crazy, though. Excuse me, sir. You need to pop the trunk. They got their hands on their guns.
Yeah, there was like a stream of blood. Like, there was a pretty good puddle of blood at the back of the truck.
we were not invited to that Food Basics.
Yeah.
Again.
It was probably, back then, it was probably an A&P, actually. A&P.
And now it's Metro. Everything's so goddamn expensive. I can't even go to that grocery store. Everything is so expensive.
I got to go to Food Basics because they got their 88 sale on right now.
Oh, 88 cents.
Like 88 cents. Or
yeah, they don't have the best produce, though.
They don't.
They have terrible produce.
No.
They shit the bed. Everything, well, I mean, because Florida got fucked, and, like, now we're getting so many vegetables from California, and, like, so expensive.
Yeah, they got to travel twice as far, right?
Yeah, damn hurricanes.
I know. Get better.
But anyways, yeah. So did you see my post about Walter?
I did.
So, if anyone is not aware of who Walter Ostenak is, he is the Canadian King of Polka. Okay? He's the King of Polka.
Preface this by saying that Bob is probably the only person that listens to Bobchat that cares.
That's not true. That's not true. Come on now. That's not true. But basically, we saw him.
You're the only person under 60 that likes polka.
Whatever. It's feel good music. Okay? I just like dancing. I like, getting drunk. If I had a Groundhog Day, it would be like Oktoberfest. Let's do it. I'll do it every goddamn
polka
day.
Is to like your grandparents' generation as to what ska is to our generation. Just feel good music. There's a trumpet in there. Yeah. Everybody's skanking around.
Skanking around. There's people are drunk and but yeah, no, so we went to Oktoberfest. I don't know I guess we haven't really even talked about that.
No. I feel like if I would have come back with you guys, you might not have gotten kicked out. I could have been the non-drunk voice of reason.
Yeah, so our friend Al, who we discussed earlier, he got kicked out. So he didn't even make it to Oktoberfest. So we're at Al's house pre-drinking. And Matt met us there, but my buddy Drew came over and he brought this joint, because weed is legal in Canada, again, if anyone doesn't know. I'm going to get some Bobchat stats from Spotify later, but there's probably a lot of people that listen that don't know that weed is legal in Canada. So Drew comes over with this joint from the government, and it's got like a porcelain tip on it. If you have a joint that has a porcelain filter, it's gonna be crazy. Like it's like they don't put a porcelain filter on a joint if it's shitty ass.
Yeah, clear your schedule because you're not doing anything.
Yeah, dude, this joint, man, was like I think it was like 38.7% THC. Like crazy. Like science is out of control, bro.
Like the weed that we were smoking in high school
Garbage.
was like 10%, 8%.
If you're lucky.
If you were lucky.
If you're lucky.
Yeah.
So anyway, so Drew fires his joint up, and we're all smoking it. Al only had about 3 beers. Like he normally can get to like 8 or 9 before he starts getting like, oh, right. He smoked this joint, and then he was like done. He was like sitting there, hands on his knees, head down, like just green the fuck out, right? And then Drew's like, "What? I thought you guys could handle that." I'm like, "Yeah, but Al is also smokes outdoor on the regular. Like this is the top shelf of marijuana.
This is like somebody that takes Advil and you give them a morphine.
like this. What did that joint cost you? Like $45 for a single joint?
Yeah.
Like, crazy, right? And this thing's a fucking cannon. So anyway, so Al's tapped out. He can't even go. We meet you. Or no, you picked us up.
I picked you guys up.
You picked us up. We go. And then we were there for a while. And Walter, back to Walter, he went on. He was playing for about an hour and a half before we left. We went back to Al's for like another hour, and Al then returned with us. We came back. He's still fucking playing.
Yeah.
He's 87. He played polka for like 3.5 hours. Like the man's a machine. You know what I mean? So, anyways, so we met. So that was great. I got a selfie with him, all this stuff, and then I was talking to my grandmother, and she's like, "Yeah, I got a bunch of his old records." I was like, "You know what would be awesome is to have him sign those records." I look on his website. Boom, his home phone number.
His home phone number.
Dude, listen, it's like, call Walter for bookings, merchandise, or just to say hello. And I was like, I'm calling this motherfucker.
I'm calling this guy.
I'm calling this guy. He's a king of polka, man. So basically I call him up. So I call him the one day, no answer, right? And I'm like, he's not answering, right? So I call him the second day, and then this time I was in my car and I was going into a store, right? So my Bluetooth is on my car, so I called him, but I didn't realize that my car like was turned off, but it was still connecting to the Bluetooth.
Yeah.
So like I'm calling, and I'm like, why is it not ringing? And I look down at my phone, it's like, call's been on for like 30 seconds. I'm like, oh fuck. I was like, oh shit. So I hung up, I turned the car on and called him again. He's like, hello. Like he's pissed off. He thought he was getting scammed. I was like, hi Walter, my name's Bob. I don't know if you remember me. I took a picture with you. He's like, you got glasses and a beard? I'm like, yeah. He's like, I remember you. Right, and we're talking. I kept calling him Mr. Osnack, and he's like, cut out that Mr. Osnack shit. Call me Walter, right? So we had a great talk, and I was like, I would love to come down if you got time, get you to sign these records, and also if you have some more I could get from you, that would be amazing.
Yeah.
And, he was like, no problem at all. So me and Al spent a lot of time together. We drove down there, met him at the Timmy's. We ended up talking at the Timmy's to him for like 2 hours.
No shit, eh?
And then once, he was obviously very comfortable with us, and I was like, well, we're going to go get some lunch. And he's like, I'll come get lunch with you. Went to Kelsey's, had a fucking lunch. It was amazing.
That's awesome.
Yeah, dude. And he just told us, like, for hours, telling us about his career and, like, all the people that he's met. And, like, he told us about when he met Johnny Cash. He's, like, a friend of his introduced him. And he was like, hey, Johnny, this is Walter Osnack, 3-time Grammy winner and the Polka King of Canada. And Johnny Cash is like, he's like, how do you become a polka king? He's like, well, Mr. Cash, you got to buy an accordion. The guy's lived a crazy life, and he's just so nice and so humble, and like, it was just amazing to hear the stories about him. And actually, something that would crazy happen. So Jerry Lee Lewis, had just died like the night before we met Walter.
Really?
So and he knew him very well, and he was friends with like Ronnie Hawkins, like all the guys in the band, all those Canadian guys, obviously Robbie Robertson and I can't remember the other guys' names. I'm so excited about telling the Walter story. I can't remember the other band member's name. Levi Helm and Rick Danko, the other Canadian guy.
I know none of these.
Yeah,
names.
you knew all those guys, right? We can get the history of the band after if you want, but it doesn't really matter. But anyway, so yeah, he's talking to us, right? And he was like, yep. He's like, yeah, Jerry's gone now. And after Al was like, look at him, and he's like, I'm sitting there. I'm sitting there thinking to myself, I'm like, Jerry Lee Lewis isn't dead. I'm like, this guy's fucking losing it. And he's like, you were just eating it all up, eh, Bob? I was like, I'm like starstruck. I'm so, you know what I mean? But then we find out that Jerry Lee Lewis had actually passed away the night before. So it was like he knew like immediately. Like he probably got a call from someone saying, hey, Jerry's dead, right? Like so the guy knew like a crazy amount of people. Like, you know, so just what an awesome guy. He signed a bunch of records for me. One is one that he did with his son in like the 80s. So it's like called like Father Like Son. So I had him sign it out to my sons, and I'm gonna get them all hung up on the wall here. I got some frames coming from Amazon. So yeah, it was
vinyl frames.
It was really cool, man. I mean, awesome. He's the fucking king of polka. He's a Canadian king of polka, man. Like he's a fucking legend. Like you want to talk, you know, people talk about Americana. Okay, this is Canadiana. Like. What a piece of Canadian fucking memorabilia. And actually, Matt, if you look right behind you, I also have another 2 sets of Canadiana hanging on the wall. We got an official home TV program from the Moscow series. What does that say? September what?
September 25th to 22nd to 28th, 1972.
1972. That's an official home TV program. My grandfather worked at Ford at the time. Brought that home to my dad. It's got all the highlights, all the player stats, everything. It's amazing. Next to that, we got a picture of Randy and Lahey hanging up on the wall. Signed, bitch. That's signed. I'm going to put the Walter right here. This is the corner of Canadiana right here. You know, if you know who Trailer Park Boys is, figure it out, guys.
Yeah.
Figure it out. So
get 2 birds stoned at once, guys. Let's go.
Yeah, worst case.
It's not Rocket Appliances.
Yeah, worst case Ontario. Just you watch. You start watching it now. But anyways, yeah. So like, so many things have happened.
Is that signed by Randy and Lahey or just Randy?
Randy and Lahey. I saw them at Fanshawe College.
Nice. Like, Lahey's dead.
R.I.P.
Rest in peace.
Yes.
Yeah, I met Randy and Lahey at the Salt Lounge.
Did you? Of course they were there.
Yeah. So they used to do like appearances. You could pay to have them there. And
I'll pay for that.
And like,
as long as he's shirtless, tell him to come on.
No, it's 100% shirtless. Is he gonna get a picture? I'm like, yeah, man. And so I got a picture. I got to find it somewhere. But I was talking to Lahey, and I was like, it's like, what are you actually drinking? I think I might have told this story once before.
No, tell us. He doesn't actually.
He doesn't drink. It's iced tea.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah, it's like watered down iced tea.
Of course it is.
Yeah. And he's like, and he flips it on like that. Like he went downstairs to where like the talent goes to use the washroom and whatnot, and I was down there grabbing a bottle of something. And he's like, oh, hey, how's it going? And I'm like, man, you can just turn that on and off. He's like, oh, yeah. And then as soon as he got to the top of the stairs, he fucking like opened the door and it flipped again. He's like, let's get some more fucking shots in here. And I'm like, holy fuck. Man, that guy needs an Oscar. He's an actor.
A true thespian, if you will, Matt. A master of his craft.
A master of his craft. Just turns it on. And they had like a special bottle behind the counter for him, right? Like he's like, I can only take shots from this bottle.
Yeah. Let me buy you a shot. No,
he would. Oh, yeah, you can buy me a shot. And then they would go, and the bartender knew that this is...
Yeah.
So he would, like, pour his shot first, and he'd give it to him, and then he would hold on to it. Like that's because it's iced tea, right? Like,
yeah.
So they're paying for iced tea. They're buying $4 or $5 shots for this guy. The bar's just raking it in. That's why they go, right? Like, the bar's raking in selling iced tea.
Well, and they probably get, like, a percentage of it, too. They're like, okay, we know, like, you pay us our fee to be here, plus we want, like... 5% or 10% of the
liquor sales,
sales
or the door,
or something like that, right? Yeah. Well, that's cool though.
Yeah. It was a fun.
R.I.P. to him. R.I.P. Yeah. Fuck, what is his real name? I can't remember. It's gonna drive me nuts.
I lost my phone. Oh, I got it. Yeah, I can't remember his name.
I think it's John Dunsworth.
John Dunsworth.
Yeah.
So this is the thing that happened to me this week. So.
Yeah, wow, he died in 2017. It's been 5 years without Lahey.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So
what happened to you this week?
Wednesday.
Set the stage.
Wednesday, so me and my sisters and my mom have started doing a like monthly go out for dinner with my mom.
That's nice.
Yeah, so Wednesday was the first one. Wednesday was the first one. I don't see my sisters nearly enough. So.
You don't seem too enthralled about this. So.
No, I like it. I love my sisters.
Okay.
Only 2 of the 3 are involved though.
Do we want to get into that or no?
No. Well, the one just the one has chosen to not involve herself with the family.
Okay, that's fine. Yep, it happens. Yeah. It happens.
So we go for dinner. We're out to like 7:30, and then I had my sister make an ornament for Sandra for Christmas. just like a black ornament that says emo forever on it.
Oh, amazing.
Yeah. So I go back to her place with my mom and her, and then she's going to drive me home because I didn't have the car. And I get home, it's like 8:30. The fire people were coming the next day to check like the smoke alarms and the detectors and everything.
That's a whole other thing I can tell you about.
Yeah.
I'm having a tough time with that right now.
So I go home and I'm like, I should probably vacuum, do a load of dishes so it's a little bit tidy in here so they don't think we live like total animals. So then I get a message at like 9.
It's not hoarding if all your stuff is cool.
Yeah, exactly, right? Just because I have a life-size TARDIS in my living room doesn't mean anything.
Doctor Who?
So I get a message from my neighbor. We have a group chat called Neighborly Communications that we just like.
Okay.
All of us in the same unit. We all get along, right? Like
that's lovely.
Yeah. So my next door neighbor messaged me and she's like, "Hey, can you check your basement? Ours is flooded."
Oh no.
And I was like, "Yeah, I'll do that." And I open the basement door and I look downstairs and I'm like, "Motherfucker."
What?
That is shit. That is human shit.
Oh no!
On my basement floor.
So basically, what I'm looking at is a picture of Matt's basement floor, and
the drain.
The drain pipe has backed up, and there is there's literally human shit all over his basement.
Like floor. I literally walked down there, and I could see like an actual a shit,
a turd,
like a full formed shit.
It's almost Christmas, Mr. Hanky. Is that you?
So I'm like, yeah, it is. So it turns out it was the first 5 units that got hit with this.
Oh no!
So then I'm
so sorry that happened to you.
They send me a picture of their basement.
Is it way worse?
Worse in like I have more shit in my basement than everybody else. But this is what came up out of their drain. So that is a picture of markers, dinky cars, little fucking toys.
Oh my god! So somebody's kid flushed down a bunch of shit. And it backed up the whole system.
Yeah. So
who's got kids in that block?
I'm pretty sure it was the people in the first house. They've got like a toddler age kid.
No. You need to keep the bathroom doors shut.
Yeah. No kidding. So I'm pissed because this happened once before a few years ago.
Like poop. So this is Poopageddon.
This is 2.0. And the first time they came down. They augured the our drain out, and the auger came out, and it had like a fucking softball size.
Those are not flushable wipes.
Baby wipes.
Yes.
Yeah.
Dude, I was at Costco the other day.
Even the ones that say flushable, don't fucking flush them.
Yes, absolutely. But I was at Costco the other day, and I'm like walking around, and I said it out loud to myself. I'm sure somebody there probably thought, the lady behind me probably thought I was crazy, but I'm like, wow, flushable wipes. Science has gone too far.
So we had, so I'm up now, and the Sifton calls and says like they're sending a plumber to come and.
So this was Wednesday. So this was Wednesday.
Was Wednesday.
Did you go to work or?
The next day, yeah, I did, but I only had I didn't sleep like at all, because the plumbers didn't come for like an hour and a half.
Poop? Was it?
You couldn't though. You couldn't. No.
Yeah.
It was weird.
That's weird.
So and then our next door neighbor, or 2 doors down, CJ, he works out of town. He's like a mining supervisor. So he's up in like Manitoba, or he's up north and supervising mines.
Some good money.
Oh yeah, he probably makes a pretty good bank. And I call him, or I message him. I'm like, "Hey, are you home?" He's like, "No." And I'm like, "Our basement's flooded. Do you want me to go over and check yours? Because I have a key to his house."
Mm-hmm.
He's like, "Yeah, if you don't mind." He had more water than anything else.
Oh, okay, that's good.
Yeah, so the plumbers come. They go downstairs and they're like, "Okay, well, we're not doing anything right now." They asked me to let them into CJ's house. I do. And then this is like 1:30, 2 o'clock
in the morning.
Yeah, because it happened at like 9, 10 o'clock
by the time. Night.
Yeah. Oh yeah.
On Wednesday night.
On Wednesday after I got back from dinner. So the next morning I get to go to work, and they're like, "We're gonna send somebody to steam clean and everything, like to clean the basement." Because I called them. I'm like, "I'm not cleaning up shit."
Yeah,
in my basement.
Absolutely.
I'm not cleaning up shit.
Absolutely.
And they were like, "All right, we'll send somebody." And then I get a call the next day. And they're like, "They're not coming today. They're gonna come. They're gonna come on Friday."
What?
And Sandra's losing her mind. She's like the litter. We have the litter box in our kitchen because they're in the basement.
Yeah. Oh yeah. Ours is. If my basement flooded, I'd have to put the litter box upstairs too.
Yeah, exactly. So it's like in our kitchen, and so they finally go on Friday and they steam it. I walk into the house after work, and it's like just the strongest chemical smell. coming up from the basement. So she still hasn't put the litter box in the basement because we can't open the basement door because it smells so bad down there.
Oh, no. Okay, you should just put a mask on and run down and, like, open the window.
Yeah, well, the windows are open down there. Yeah, but yeah.
God, I'm so sorry.
So yeah, that was my week this week.
Shit again in 2.0.
2.0. Yep. The last time it was worse though. It went like way out into our basement, like inches of water.
Oh my God.
Yeah, it was bad.
So yeah, something's going on. The whole fire alarm inspection thing. They were supposed to come on Tuesday last week, but to listen, the kids are gone, right? And Dharma was at work, and her dog was here, so they leave another notice. Oh, we couldn't access your home to check the smoke alarms because there was a dog loose. We're scheduling it for this Tuesday, and you know if you don't comply, there could be legal action. They just do that to scare you.
Yeah.
So I called them. I'm like, hey, listen. I'm like, my family's still not here. And like I'm at work, I can't be here.
What do you want me to do?
To put the dog away. I'm not gonna lock the dog in a crate.
I'm not gonna crate the dog for 12 hours.
Yeah, because well, it wouldn't be that long, but still, like you're gonna come between 2 and 4, like 12 and 4 o'clock. Like, why don't you give me a specific time then?
Yeah,
you know what I mean. Like it's so. So I called them. I said, hey, listen, I was like, like I'm at work. The family's gone. I was like, there's no one here to put the dog away when you guys show up. I was like, can we not just reschedule for Friday? And, of course, they're closed on the weekend. So I'm waiting to hear back from them. So we'll see what happens. But, I mean, Sifton's pretty good. Like, Sifton, we both live in a Sifton building. They're pretty good landlords for the most part. They've been fairly reasonable through COVID, not raising the rent for a couple of years. But they're like, I mean, I guess it's like anything. They never give you a concise time when they're going to come somewhere.
No.
It's always like
somebody will be there on this day.
Yeah, unless it's an emergency, then they're not just going to show up. You know what I mean?
They were supposed to come on Thursday, and they never showed up.
Well, I redact my previous statement then because that's fucking bullshit.
They're just going to check the fire alarms and everything. They didn't come.
Those motherfuckers.
I know, right?
Yeah, what do you want us to die in a fire? Knock on wood.
The one upstairs we don't even have. We take it off. It's only up there right now because we knew they were coming. But we usually put it in Sandra's office because when I have a shower in the morning,
it goes off.
Yeah, and that's the worst way to be woken up in the morning.
See, we used to have them all down because we were smoking mad dank weed up in this motherfucker. Now you got kids like can't smoke weed inside anymore.
So they're gonna move into this place. They're gonna lick the walls and get high.
Yeah, absolutely, especially in the studio.
Oh yeah, for sure.
You're gonna like take all the posters down.
There's just gonna be spots
on
the wall.
Yeah, it'll look like somebody like smoked cigarettes in here for 20 years. It'll be like, no, it's only 3 years of weed smoke.
Yeah. Oh man,
that's crazy. But yeah, man. So I don't know what's anything else. Anything else exciting been happening?
No, we're going next weekend. We're gonna go cut our Christmas tree.
Ooh, yeah, that's fun. Apparently, there's a huge shortage of Christmas trees.
Is there?
It's been a very serious problem, yeah. Because it takes, fun fact, guys, it takes an average of 7 years to grow an appropriate-sized Christmas tree.
Yeah, this will be our third year doing it. The first year, we got a tree, and I was like, oh, this is a nice-looking tree. And then I got it inside. I'm like, this fucking thing is massive.
Yeah.
It was probably like 7 feet around. It was just and it touched this. Like I had to cut the top off. It touched the ceiling.
Oh yeah. Well, so you're gonna put a little angel on there. Anyways.
Yeah, but we do a new thing now. We started last year where it's like whoever's turn it is. I think it's Sandra's turn this year. The topper is picked from something in the house. So last year,
that's cool.
Last year, the first year we did it, it was Ethan's, and he picked. I have a Master Chief helmet from a Halo set.
That's amazing.
So the top of our tree was the Master Chief helmet.
I love it.
So Sandra's this year. When I do it next year, it's going to be a TARDIS. 100%. There's going to be a TARDIS.
Oh, I was just going to ask you. Of course, you had that planned out last
year.
Oh yeah,
I had it planned out year one.
All right, 2 years from now, it's going to be TARDIS time.
Well, I have like a Bluetooth speaker TARDIS.
Yeah.
It's like this big.
I'm well aware. I'm well aware, Matt. You're always talking about it.
I love it. It's so
good.
Do
you have a TARDIS Bluetooth speaker?
I do.
Oh my god, really?
Awesome.
That's
it's
crazy.
on my nightstand.
Oh, that's amazing.
Yeah, I have a shelf on my nightstand that's all Doctor Who stuff. I have a Doctor Who coloring book, a Doctor Who cookbook. I have a sonic screwdriver, and I have a TARDIS down there.
I love that. I love that. What does your work do for you guys for Christmas?
We get turkeys.
Just money or turkeys?
Turkeys, and I think they do like $25. Last year, did they do 1 year they didn't do turkeys, and they just gave us all $25 or $30 gift cards for like Metro.
Dennis, the guy that I go hunting with, his fiance Cody, he works there.
Oh yeah.
And then also Dennis's brother Dylan works there as well too. They just both.
Oh, the guy who was with us tonight, Colin. He used to work there.
What?
Yeah, like 10 years ago.
He. I want to work there.
Oh no, I'm talking about Ideal Pipe.
Oh, I was talking about AccuRide.
Oh, no.
They work at AccuRide.
No.
No, I know.
Oh, your friends work at AccuRide. Okay, I'm confused.
Cody and Dylan just started at AccuRide.
Okay.
They're on afternoons. They're on days. They're on days. Yeah, they're on days. They
Do they tell you what they're doing? Because there's a couple new guys on Paint Line that just started not too long ago.
I think they do. Cody said the other day he was doing like the thing where you check the rims or something. I'm not 100%, but they both work there. I don't know. They both work there. I asked them if they knew you, but they didn't say they did. So
no,
pretty recognizable voice, if you ask me.
I don't really talk to people. I have a managerial status and view I need to hold.
Yeah, I don't converse with the floor peasants.
Yeah, you need to be in shipping to be on my radar.
Yeah. Oh, I'm sorry. Do you not have your own office and bathroom? Don't even talk to me.
Our bathroom is closed now.
Why? What happened?
The septic tank. It kept like ours is the only place that wasn't like run into the city because the shipping office was an addition.
Yeah.
So they have its own little septic tank, but it's not very big, and it was just stink all the time. So Brenda was complaining about it, like it was making us nauseous.
Did she retire already?
No, she did not.
Fucking bitch.
And their decision was they opened the tank, they pulled it out, they filled it in with cement, and they locked our bathroom doors.
Really?
Yeah. So now I have to walk all the way to the front door.
Ugh. Wow, you're having a lot of trouble with sewage. With sewage systems lately.
It's just not my day. So Colin
yes.
used to work at Ideal Pipe.
No way. Doing what?
So his name's Colin Darling.
Oh, he's just a sweetheart.
10 years ago. Yeah. Super nice guy. And he started there, and I think he said he was doing, like, he was on the production floor, and then it was before they added all the new buildings on, like before ADS came in.
Yeah, so he worked at like Ideal.
Yeah, and then he worked with the guy that was like doing the building, like running the electrical and running all the lines and everything.
Oh, that's cool.
Yeah, he said he worked with him for like 2.5 months.
Jim Butler?
Yeah, I think so. Yeah, that's what he said.
Jimmy boy. Old Jimmy boy.
Yeah.
James, if you will. Yeah, that's so they did the same thing again this year. They're not doing another Christmas party for whatever reason, probably COVID. I don't really give a fuck because I don't like half those people anyways. They don't listen, so fuck them. Well, I'm going to go waste my time drinking with people I don't like.
Yeah.
When I could just go drink with my friends that I do like and it'd be cheaper. Because okay, you're going to give me a roast beef dinner and 2 drinks? Come on. Give us an open bar, man. Are you fucking kidding me? If it was an open bar, Al's like, if they do it next year, you got to go. You got to go. I'm like, why? So I can go and spend a bunch of money and drink with people I don't like? I don't care that much. I'm like, I would love for them to keep giving us gifts. They just gave me a fucking $150 Google Nest Hub, and there's a Ninja food air fryer to pick as well too. But we already have an air fryer. Now this one, granted, it has the 2 slots.
Yep.
But I've already got one.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So this thing's fucking awesome. It's basically like a tablet, but it's a Google Home.
Yeah, we have a bunch of Google Homes. We don't have one of the hubs or anything like that.
The hub is nice. We have all the minis, but the hub is great.
We've got one full one mini one.
Because like if I'm painting or something, painting my Warhammer, yesterday I was like, I had to update my Xbox because I was silly me, haven't played Xbox in 3 months. I called my buddy and he's like, I'm just playing Warzone right now.
Warzone 2.0?
I was like, I'll hop on. Okay, I only have about 7 hours of updates to do. Like, give me a break.
Oh, if you want to play some DMZ, let me know. I'm super into Warzone right now.
Are you?
Yeah.
So now, is there is there still like the rebirth mode and everything?
No. So there's Warzone 2.0, which is the open world map, like Battle Royale.
See, I'm not a huge fan of like the jumbo map.
Yeah. Well, there's one called DMZ, which is, so they've changed it. They've changed the way it is now. So you don't have just like, you have a backpack now. It has limited slots, so you have to watch the ammo that you're carrying, right? So if you have an AR, you have to make sure you're grabbing AR ammo, not just picking up all the ammo.
Yeah, so you normally just pick up everything.
You almost just pick up everything, right?
Yeah,
so there's a mode called DMZ where you launch it on the ground, and
now for people that don't know, that's a demilitarized zone.
And everything, all the weapons that are in there are considered contraband, right?
Yeah.
So you start off with like whatever one weapon is, and then you have to go in, you have to loot. There's AI, but there's also there's real players as well.
Yeah.
So you go in, you loot up, and the whole thing is to loot up as much as you can. You can upgrade your backpack, you can upgrade your armor plates to a 3-plate vest and whatnot. And then you have to get to the exfil zone. Yeah. You have to call the chopper and you leave. And whatever you leave with, those items get added into your inventory for you to start off the next DMZ with.
Oh, wow.
But if you go in there with weapons and you die, you don't get those weapons. Like, whatever you take in and you die, you don't get those back again. They're gone.
Okay.
Yeah. So
let's play later.
Yeah, we should. 100%. I'm down.
Okay, yeah, why not? What are you doing tonight?
I'm playing DMC.
I should be done the update by now.
Yeah.
I'd be down for that.
Ethan actually, so the Fortnite season ended yesterday.
I was gonna say, yeah, because you're usually a Fortnite guy.
Yeah, well, I was into Warzone for a while, then I got back into Fortnite. I'm doing both right now, but DMZ is just super fun.
Yeah, awesome.
Like the AI in it is actually hard. Like you can take them out, like you can headshot kill them, but as soon as they start firing at you, they hit their fucking shots. You gotta know what you're doing.
Bunch of goddamn Chris Kyles running around.
Yeah, just killing you. Yeah, and you just take them out, and then you.
Okay, well it sounds a lot different than what I'm used to as far as Warzone is concerned. But yeah, if we play together and you lube my entry, I'm in.
Yeah, will lube it up as nice as I can.
Yeah, because you have a PlayStation. Though,
I do.
Yeah, cross-platform though, baby.
Yep. And the best thing
What's
about
your
it now,
Activision account?
The best thing about it now is there's proximity chat.
Really?
It's so fucking good.
So when you're near people, you can talk.
So like you like literally like me and Ethan are playing, and
like the enemies or just people on your team.
No, you can hear enemies. And within 55 meters of you, you can hear their open mics.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Wow.
So it's amazing. So I'm on a roof, and these guys are trying to do a mission, and I hear them. And they're like, "Okay, we're over here." And then I fire off an RPG, and they're like, "Oh, one of the AIs just launched an RPG at me." I'm like, I can't see him. And I'm like on the roof, and then Ethan's not talking at all because I told him like, if you hear somebody talking, don't say anything. We'll fuck with them.
Yeah.
So I'm like, they're talking. I can hear them talking. I'm like, "Hey guys." They're like, "What?" I'm like, "What are you guys doing?"
Hi.
We're just finishing this mission off. I was like, "You guys want some tasty RPGs?" He's just fuck with them.
Just a lot.
Got some RPGs with your names on it.
Yeah. These AIs are shooting at us.
yeah. And then I'm just on top of the building, and they're right down below. They're all hunkered in together, and I'm just like. And like people will make deals, be like, "Listen, man, I got like 5K on me right now. Let me go. I'll drop you my money and just let me go."
Really?
Oh yeah, dude. Like the deals happen all the time, and you can also there's in Warzone.
Fuck that! I don't care about the money. I will kill your ass.
I'll
kill you and take your money anyways.
There's a command where you can request to join somebody's squad while in the game.
Really?
Yeah. So if like your teammates fucking dead or like just being shitty, you can like tag. You can go to I think it's like proximity squad, and like they can request. Yeah,
it's
crazy.
Pretty cool. That's crazy.
Yeah. Proximity chat is by far the funnest thing, though.
That's amazing. Yeah, it's crazy that it's advanced so much, and I wish I had more time to play.
Yeah,
it's so tough for me to find time to do anything.
I usually don't play during the week because like I'm working and then I'm doing house stuff and whatnot. But like the first experience I had with proximity chat, me and Ethan launched in the first Warzone match we're playing, and Ethan's asking me how to do stuff. He's on Xbox too, so he's asking me how to do stuff. I'm like, I don't know, man. It's square. And I just hear this guy say, "Did you say square? Fucking gross." And I was like, you're on Xbox, obviously.
Yeah.
And then I murdered him.
It's an X-Mat?
Yeah.
I don't even know. But yeah, where's the controller's here somewhere.
It's on the left side, whatever the left button is.
Yeah, I don't know. Oh. That's cool, though. Wow, that's interesting, eh? They're
nerded out on Warzone there for a second.
Yeah, that's okay. I love it. It. Let's play later.
I'm down.
After I paint my Warhammer.
You paint your Warhammer, I'm gonna go to GT Boutique.
Oh, nice. Yeah. I gotta go to my grandma's anyways. Yeah. So I probably shouldn't have another beer before going there, but they'll give me one anyways.
It's a Busch Light.
Yeah, it's basically water.
It's basically water.
Yeah. This is like my hydration for the day.
Yeah. You're just saying.
When's the last time I drank water? Hold on a sec. Just now.
Hydrated. Fully hydrated.
Yeah, good to go. It's delicious and refreshing. Well, anyways, listen, I'm glad to see you. I'm stoked that we got to do this. It's nice to have some time, just hang out.
With mics in front of our faces.
Mics in front of our faces, have a chat. And yeah, we'll go get you some venison. We'll do some Warzone later and fucking have a nice little Sunday.
A nice little Sunday.
You want to have a nice little Sunday?
I'm down for it.
Are you? About it. I'm about that life. I never want to go back to work.
God, I had a week off not too long ago, and I just did not want it to end.
I can't even take a week off. I take 2 days off. I go back. Everything's gone to hell.
Yeah.
Like my job is like constantly changing, and it's like honestly, if I miss a day, it just makes my life more miserable.
100%.
Like.
It's not even worth it.
It sucks. It's not worth it.
No.
Plus, I need the money.
Yeah.
I took 2 vacation days, so I've been working a lot of overtime. Like, I've been doing like 10, 11 hours a day.
Yeah.
And I took 2 vacation days at 8 hours a day. I got paid like $200 less.
Yeah.
That sucked.
I worked the last 3 Saturdays in a row.
That's crazy. Wow, you worked this Saturday? You worked yesterday too. Yesterday. Yeah, wow. You're a machine.
I know. Get that.
Got to get that.
When it comes to the end of the year, I count my my Christmases in paychecks until Christmas.
Yeah.
Yeah. So the next paycheck is like the last conceivably spendable paycheck till Christmas.
Yeah.
Because then my next paycheck is like the 24th, the 23rd,
and it's all Christmas.
Well, that's like I should be done by then.
Yeah.
Right.
Yeah, hopefully,
like, I shouldn't have anything left to buy at that point.
I'm not buying shit. Yeah. Everyone, you know what everyone's getting for this? Everyone's getting venison for Christmas, whether they fucking like it or not.
We'll record a special holiday episode of Bobchat.
We should do a video Bobchat.
Ooh, I'd be down for that.
And it'll be after Christmas, so we can pretend it's Christmas.
Yeah, I'll dress up like Santa.
What would we even do?
I don't even know.
I don't even know either. We could figure it out. We're pretty smart
people.
Like
Christmas music playing in the background.
It's an R&B Christmas up in here. Matt comes in. I'm like painting Warhammer, and it's like R&B Christmas music playing. I'm like, Matt, it's an R&B Christmas.
You should have been in TLC.
Oh, Boys and Men, I think. Yeah. TLC's all women.
For now.
Yeah. Don't go chasing Christmas gifts.
Don't go chasing snowdrifts.
Snowdrifts. Oh, that's a good one. Have you thought about that?
No, I didn't.
Oh, that's amazing. Look at us.
Look at us.
Look at us.
Who'd have thought?
Who'd have thought?
Not me.
Not me. Absolutely. This is crazy. We should do like a parody Christmas R&B album. I'm just spitballing here.
Yeah, I can come up with lyrics for sure.
100%.
Yeah.
And you have a beautiful voice, and we could just throw in like, instead of like ho ho ho, it could be like your laugh, like ho ho ho. All right, it's Bobchat Baby. If you guys like what we do here at Bobchat, make sure you follow us, tell your friends. Actually, one more thing, quickly, I want to share with you some stats that I received from Spotify for Bobchat. So first of all, they said, Bobchat Podcast, thank you for sharing your podcast with the world. Your podcast saw a lot of gains this year. We're up 27% in listeners. We're up 26% in followers. Who's that 1% that's not listening and not following? Come on, guys. We're up 15% streams, and we are up 14% hours played. So that's pretty good. Your listeners' podcast personality is the podcastologist. So the people listen to Bobchat, you, our listeners, are podcast aficionados. You're in tune with the past and present, gravitating towards podcasts that stand the test of time.
Test of time!
Bobchat stands the motherfucking test of time. You heard it here first, guys. So in 2022, we did our thing, and the people loved it. That was there's a meme of Flea as Beyonce, Fleonce. That's irrelevant, but still, keep going. Bobchat Podcast is in the top 25% most followed podcasts on Spotify.
Nice.
That's crazy, right? Is that good. Crazy?
That's good.
Your podcast was in the top 10% most shared globally. Isn't that wild?
That's good.
But you got to think about that. Like, I'm sure a lot of, like, there's a million podcasts. I'm sure a lot of them are very Americanized, right? Yeah. Like, a lot of it just in America. But, yeah, top 10% share globally, dude. That's crazy.
Those are good numbers.
And
not rookie numbers.
And this year, we created 972 minutes of new content. That's more than 85% of other creators in the comedy category. So, listen. Like you need a fucking reason to listen to Bobchat and to tell your friends about Bobchat. My Nana loves Bobchat. Your Nanica loves Bobchat. Please, guys, if you like what we do, tell your friends, share the post, like that shit. You know,
and if anything else, do it for your Nana.
Do it for your Nana. Hell yeah. Give her the Christmas gift that really matters.
Yeah,
Bobchat. All right, guys. Thanks for stopping by, Matt. Appreciate it. Thank you guys for taking the time. We love you. It's Bobchat Baby. We'll catch you next time. Bye. That was amazing.
I want my podcast and my lady, simple life but not too crazy. I'm slim but I ain't shady, fuck you if you hate me. I'm rocking the mic cause it's Bobchat, baby.